What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Butler Did It podcast. Thank you so kindly for being here. Thank you so kindly for joining me. Man, it's been a wonderful week. Guys, before we get started, I really, from the bottom of my heart want to thank everyone that shared, commented, sent DMs, just watched the last episode, listened to the last episode, watched my reels and my TikToks and everything that I put up. I really do appreciate you guys, man. Honestly, that show, more than any show, was, honestly, I want y'all to listen to every show I do, but I'm glad people chose to listen to that one. I'm glad that resonated with people. I'm happy to hear from the men that related to that one. And shout outs to the ladies that responded to it and felt moved by that one. It means a lot for obvious reasons. That means a lot, man. This has been a hell of a journey. It remains a hell of a journey. Shit, it's only the beginning of the journey. It's not like my kid graduated from college or anything like that, right? It's not like I'm sending them off to law school. Like, this is the very beginning. And to be really honest, I'm going to need anybody, any advice, anything like that. I'm going to continue to need it, I'm going to continue to need that. But I'm really happy that people really felt something for that episode and for that subject matter. Again, Jen is going to be on here. Her story is her story to tell. And we're going to do that soon. Hopefully very, very soon. Hopefully super soon. One thing I'm going to stop doing is making promises about what episode is coming next. But I will have that one up. Okay, we will have that one up. And I'm really looking forward to sitting down with her and sharing that story with you guys, man. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. One other piece of business before we jump into today's topic. I do have a sneaker podcast. It's called What Are Those? It's on the Up On Game Network, which is powered by iHeartRadio and Fox Sports Radio. This is the third season of that show. I'm well into the third season, man. Listen, everything I do online, anything I do podcast wise or whatever, is to hopefully make people happy, bring a little joy, and offer some advice. And the thing with sneaker culture, anybody that knows me, the thing with sneaker culture is that sneaker culture to me, it just makes me happy, man. Sneakers make me happy. Clothes, things, it's materialistic stuff, and it kind of goes into our subject today. But this stuff just makes me happy, man. And to share just like fun stories and fun interviews and fun information with you guys is all I'm trying to do. So if you want to listen to that show, again, search Up On Game Network on any podcasting platform. Search Up On Game Network on YouTube. Find them on social media. The show is on their stream, so you can't find it. You can't find it by searching What Are Those. Okay, you want to search Up On Game Network, or you can just go to my page and hit the link tree. It's there. So big shout out to everybody that supports that show as well. Okay. Let me get a little swig of water. Yeah. So today's show is an interesting one. It's called Feel Good, Look Good, Feel Good, right? Let me walk you through something. Guys, remember like about a month ago, probably not even that long ago, maybe just a few weeks ago, there's this little filter on TikTok. For anybody that's on TikTok, they may even have it on Instagram too. They always bite off each other. But there was this filter on TikTok where if you use it, it's supposed to like de-age you. It's supposed to show you like your teenage self. For most people, it was just kind of like taking all the blemishes off their face, whatever. For some people, judging by their reaction, it really put them in a time machine and showed them what they looked like when they were like 14, 15, 16 years old. For mine, and I did use it because I am a slave to social media. I am a big kid when it comes to TikTok and all that, and I know that, I know all the problems with TikTok. I know TikTok is problematic, but I do have fun on there. I can't lie. I was the same way with like Snapchat filters too. I'm stupid like that. But anyhow, I used it, and it didn't make me look exactly how I did when I was about 16, 17 years old, but it got pretty close. So I did this thing where, obviously I show myself looking younger, and then I go right back to how I look now. And, obvious changes, right? I sent this video to my best friend. He's probably going to listen to this episode. You going to laugh at this, bro. But shout out to Derek, man. I sent this video to my best friend, and I said, oh, man, look at this filter. Ha, ha, ha. Man, I look crazy. And he said I look weathered. Man said I look weathered. Weathered. Okay? Weathered. Like a house. Like a 40-year-old house has been through several storms. Weathered was the word my man chose to use to describe your boy. Now, he was just joking with me. We joke on each other all the time. I don't think he was reading that deep into it. But here's the truth. For a while, weathered was the best descriptor, the best word to describe how I've been feeling just walking around every day. Fellas, you ever just feel tired? You ever feel like, man, I don't look the same, bro. Like my gut, I got a little bit of a gut. It's harder to getting to the gym. You know what I mean? I'm older. I got a little gray. I'm losing hair. You know what I mean? I can't get the little F-boy haircut. All the young boys be getting the little mini fro with the tip of taper side and taper neck and all that. My brother had a cut like that for years. Can't grow no locks. Gray in my beard. What do I do? Bags under my eyes. These things matter. In fact, I was looking at the video I posted from last week's episode, right? And, for the reels, I kind of zoomed the camera in a little bit. And I could, through these little blue light glasses I like to wear for this show, which I have to wear now because my eyes are not as great as they used to be. I can see the little bags, the little haggard, weathered bags under my eyes. Now, what I'm not going to do for this entire episode is beat myself up. I'm saying all this for a reason. And maybe someone feels me. Sometimes we just be tired, bro. Sometimes we just be tired. And this show is for men, okay? We just be tired. We be feeling all sorts of little stuff going on inside our body. And it reflects outside our body. We be working. We'll eat well. We stay up late. And your body sends you signals and you don't listen to it. A lot of us are walking around wearing our stress and feeling it every single day. And it's reflective. It's there. People can see it. I seen this young brother on TikTok again. He went viral because he was posting a picture of Michael B. Jordan and oh my God, what's my man that played King the Conqueror, John Majors, right? And he was saying like, oh my God, look at Michael B. Jordan is like 35 years old, 36, how old he is, and John Majors is 33 or however old he is, and I'm only 26, and look how much better they look than me. And then he made a vow on social media to start taking care of himself. He basically started a challenge to eat right, go to sleep, drink water, whatever, so he can get closer to looking like Michael B. Jordan or John Majors. Now, on the surface, I'm going to curse. That's fucking hilarious. Okay? On the surface, that's fucking hilarious. But if you really think about what the man is trying to do, I fully support it. I fully support it. What I'm not going to do in this episode today is give you guys a bunch of health tips, like eating, what to eat. I'm not about to give you no meal plan. I'm definitely about to give you any beauty tips, okay? What I am about to talk about is how the inside reflects on the out. And how a lot of us are walking around with warning signs and are ignoring them. And how maybe we need to switch our lifestyles up. Here's another story for you. Back in 2017 into 2018, I had some stuff happen to me that's pretty disappointing. You know what I mean? I was, I don't want to size it. Things weren't going too great for me. And my job and my love life at the time, my personal life, I just had some setbacks, right? And I was also obese. I was obese. I was overweight. Probably getting close to dangerously overweight. And the biggest problem with me is that I'm 6'4". So like the weight, it's hard for people to tell that I'm like for real overweight. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just look like, the other ladies. I like big boys and all this and that. So I sometimes just kind of look like a big boy, but I'm overweight, right? I was like overweight. I made a drastic life change overnight. I remember it. I had a rotisserie chicken. I went to Giant grocery store here in DC. I went to Giant because I wanted something to eat. And I'm like, you know what, man? I'm about to save some money, and I'm going to try to eat right. So I'm going to go ahead and buy me the rotisserie chicken from Giant, and then I'm going to give me like the microwave mashed potatoes. Oh, well, I'm going to need dessert, so let me get a cheesecake too, because I deserve it. I had all this good food. Think about my plate, by the way. It was rotisserie chicken with mashed potatoes, and then I was going to eat cheesecake. And I was going to eat that for like 2 days. That was going to be my bachelor dinner for like 2 days. I get this food, and one day, I swear to you, I just woke up, and I said, I'm not eating meat anymore. Y'all, I went like straight vegan overnight. I went straight vegan and mind you, this was like in November, so Thanksgiving's like in 2 weeks. Christmas is a month away. You know what happened? You black, you know what happened on Thanksgiving in a black household? You know what we do? And we do Thanksgiving 2.0 on Christmas. Y'all know how it is. And then New Year's Eve coming, you know what it is. Y'all, I skipped all 3 of these holidays. I was vegan, okay, through all 3 of those holidays. The only reason I went pescatarian, I eat fish, was because my cousin Amanda, who was a vegetarian for years, was like, yo, eat some fish, man. Have a salmon. No L. Have some salmon. You be all right. So then I went eating mostly vegan throughout the week, and then allowing myself to have like fish on the weekends. I'd eat eggs because I love like scrambled eggs in the morning. I'd eat eggs maybe like once or twice a week. So my diet was very strange, but it was close enough and it was healthy enough that I lost a rack of weight. I went from like 280 to like, when it was all said and done, say like September of that year, I was like at about 235. 235. When I tell you, I felt better than I ever had in my life, especially like my adult life. I don't know, I can't speak for when I was like, a teenager. But my adult life, glasses fogging up. My adult life, I felt better than I ever felt. And I mean, in every way. It wasn't just like, oh, I feel like, healthy. I felt like I look good. Make no mistakes. Any of the ladies that listen to the show, men are vain too. We want to look good. And parents might lie to you about it. But most men want to look good. Most men like compliments too. Most men like to hear, oh, you know, you got nice teeth, or I like your haircut, or oh, you got nice skin. I like your body. All that. We love it too. Now, I was single at the time. Not in September. I had met my wife by then, but most of 2018, I was a single man. I was a single man. So I was getting compliments and stuff like that. I felt good. And beyond the compliments, honestly, I think I was shining because I was taking care of myself. I was going to bed on time. I stopped drinking juice and sugar and stuff like that. That's something else I left out in terms of my diet. I wasn't consuming like a rack of sugar and candy. I definitely wasn't drinking juice, like fruit juices. Maybe like I might drink like Kool-Aid or something like that. I was definitely drinking like smoothies and health drinks. I was a health nut. And I felt great. I look back at pictures of myself from then and I still think, man, you were shining. You were shining. You get like Facebook memories and Instagram memories. I got a memory from an old episode of my old podcast, MSR. And we were talking about I think it was a Little Brother song. And it was called something jeans, can't fit in these jeans, or something like uncomfortable jeans or something like that. It was a metaphor. Basically, the song was playing on it like about a dude who is like in his 40s and he eating wrong, can't fit his jeans, but also his jeans were wrong. Like y'all get it, rappers, right? And I remember that clip came up. I was bragging about like, yeah, bro, I used to have like sleep apnea and all that. Then I changed my diet and now I feel good. But at the time, I was sleeping. My girl at the time couldn't sleep in the bed with me. Blah, 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 blah. I was feeling good. I was doing good. No health problems, anything like that. My body had changed. Kept that up for a while. Then the pandemic happened. Then we stuck in the house with a little kid and my wife. Then ordering pizzas because, who feels like cooking every night? Uber Eats is delivering. They ain't gonna knock on your door no more. Now Uber Eats is just gonna drop the food at your door. You ain't got to talk to the Bama delivering your food no more. Fast fooding because you're stressed out, drinking a little bit. Because we just in the house. All of a sudden, stuff don't fit like it used to fit. My size 36 jeans don't fit like they used to fit. They a little snug. Got a little more sleep in my eye when I wake up in the morning. I'm a little more phlegmy at night. I don't know. Don't feel as good in the morning. I'm tight. Can't jog like I used to jog. Gotta walk it a little bit. Maybe I'm just getting older. I don't know. It's a pandemic. It was still a pandemic, but it was a pandemic. We were on lockdown. I was stressed out. It wasn't just about eating. It wasn't just, oh, you gotta eat, but it was, why am I eating bad? Why am I staying up late? Why is my mind racing? Got a wedding coming up. Had a wedding coming up. Y'all get what I'm saying? Stressing about that. Making sure she good. The boy ain't in school. He in here, man. Make sure he doing it. Stressing. Now I'm hungry. Want to eat. Let me go get a drink. Doesn't that sound familiar? Now, mind you, I'm talking about a pandemic, but it's not like it stopped. A couple years before, I was bragging about sleep apnea and not having no more, and how, it was a trip, how my girl couldn't sleep in the bed with me because da-da-da-da. Fast forward to now, especially during pregnancy, my wife couldn't sleep in the bed with me because I'm snoring. I sent a picture to my boy, show the old me versus the new me. Man said I look weathered. He gonna feel like Derek. I'm sorry. I'm only using this as an example of how I've been feeling. I know. I'm not trying to You didn't hurt my feelings, okay? I need to say that. But I do feel that way. And it's real easy to just go, and I have, by the way, over like the past year or so, especially since pregnancy. All right, well, I didn't drink at all during pregnancy. I have gone back to my older diet, more strict. I haven't had meat in years. I haven't had chicken, pork, or beef since 2017. So it's not that. It's not that I'm eating more sugar. I mean, that little bit of, whatever I may eat, a pie, whatever it might be, pie. It's not enough to balloon my weight that way. I work out. I'm active. I'm not like a gym rat. I'm not in there just crushing it in the gym. But I walk or jog pretty much every day. I eat decent. Why have I put on some pounds, and why do I feel bad when I wake up? Literally, when I wake up, I feel bad. Or was feeling bad. Probably because your environment and the things that are going on are stressors. And if you don't pay attention to those stressors, those things that stress you out and are on your mind, if you're not real with yourself, if you're not open with yourself, if you're not understanding and pouring into yourself, these things begin to slowly kill you. I'm not exaggerating. Over the past 5 years, I've lost, or we've lost, speaking about me and my friends, me and my people I went to high school with, dudes I knew from high school or from college, there's been 6 deaths. All dudes, all my age, dead like that. Everybody like, what? Dead. 2 people I know currently in the hospital. One is out. God bless. Thank God. Doing better. Another one is in. Both had the same message. Fellas, you need to start listening to your body. I'm laid up because I wasn't listening to my body. I don't mean to put anybody's business out there. I would think they put it on social for a reason. I would hope the reason would be for someone like me with a platform and other people with a platform to share that message. A lot of us are walking around and we are literally ticking time bombs. I hope I'm not all over the place with this one. The title of this show is Feel Good, Look Good. Remember, Deion said when you look good, you play good. When you look good, you feel good, right? I'm always saying if you feel good, you look good. Going to the doctor, paying attention to your health, going to sleep on time, eating healthy. All of those things are important. Vital. However, the mental side of it is just as important. Everyone tells you got to go to the doctor, you got to eat right, you need to get more sleep. But why aren't you doing those things? This last episode, I told you about how I spent 9 months walking in fear. Literally 9 months walking in fear. Every day, fear. I didn't have a drink during those 9 months. I ate fairly well during those 9 months. I definitely worked out during those 9 months. And I still felt like crap every day I woke up, for the most part. Nose stopped up, indigestion, headache, sleepy, crick in my neck randomly, my neck hurt, back hurt. You know, after I did that show last week, how good I felt just getting that off my chest. I didn't even talk to my wife about this stuff. Just getting that off my chest. Saying to people, yo, I was scared. Yo, this is new. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm worried. I'm worried about their health. I'm worried about my finances. I'm worried about my lifestyle. Things that feel selfish. Yo, as men, and I know some women may be shocked to hear this, and this podcast isn't like a gender war podcast, so I'm not about to get into black men versus black. It's not what I'm getting at. What I do hope is that I can drop some nuggets for the women that listen to the show about, you know, what goes on in a man's head, especially a black man's head. Any man worth his salt is trying his hardest not to be selfish. Even though he may make the mistake of being selfish sometimes, he's trying his hardest not to be selfish. Even if it's his nature to be, he's trying his hardest not to be selfish. Meaning, any man worth his salt, and again, I'm saying any man that's worth anything. I'm not talking about, you know, excuse my language again, the fuck boy on the corner. I'm saying any man that's worth anything is usually putting a couple of people first. He's usually putting a couple of people in front of him. His mama, his sister, his brother, his daddy, his wife, his kids, any of them. He's making sure people are good. And then when they're good, he good. That's how he see it. That's how I see it. A lot of men have no idea how to look out for themselves, how to take care of themselves. When other people are good, they feel like they accomplished something. I took care of my people. I'm straight. But you're not. I spent 9 months and longer. My wife will tell you, I take care of mine. I take care of mine. Sometimes I don't take care of myself. And when I don't, I feel like crap. And another thing men will do, some of us will do, is because we don't know how to take care of ourselves, we'll lean on the women in our lives to fill our cup. I'm insecure. I need you to help me feel better. I don't know how to say that, but I'm hinting at it. I need you to figure me out because I'm not figured out. I haven't figured myself out. I feel sick. I got an ulcer. My back hurt. My head hurt. My tooth hurt. I need you to tell me to go to the doctor. I need you to be my mama and help me because I don't know how to help myself. Man, it's hell of a burden to put on black women. That's another topic for another day. What I will say is that fear of vulnerability, fear of opening up, fear of looking soft, fear of looking weak, fear of feeling weak, helpless is what's holding a lot of men I know back. I know dudes that's been going through or have been going through major crisis. Major crisis. And don't want to talk about it. But you wonder why your gut's starting to fill up. Why your hair's starting to fall. Or why you look in the mirror, you may look fine. When you look in the mirror, you see something, I don't like what I see. Let me smoke that away. Let me drink that away. Let me numb myself and get through the day. Let me make sure they good. Make sure I go fix my mama's sink. Let me make sure I pick my daughter up from school, make sure she's straight, get her what she needs. Make sure my wife or my girl is happy. Because if I fail at that, then I'm really failing. I'll go to the doctor later. I'll check on that lump later. I'm sleepy. I'll be all right. Fellas, you got to pour into yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the advice and things you hear women talk about, affirmations and stuff like that, will work for us too. You just got to be willing to do it. Affirmations, self-talk, therapy. I'll say it again. Affirmations, self-talk, therapy. This is a clip of Steven Jackson, who I like, floating around talking about Ja Morant. You follow basketball, you know Ja Morant's been having a hard time. He a young boy that's a wannabe. Because he got to be that thing. He don't know how to be anything else. He got himself in some trouble being stupid. The league has mandated some therapy for him. I don't know if he's going to take it serious or not. I do know that Steven Jackson, who's an OG, got on Instagram and told him not to take it serious. There ain't nothing wrong with you. How you know that? Why you going to encourage that young man not to take that step? When we going to advance ourselves, man? When we going to do this? The young boys can't be making the same mistakes we do. And I ain't talking about no gun violence, nothing crazy. We always seem to be able to address that. What about the smaller things? Why is the man acting out? Why can't he stop doing whatever? What's going on in his world? Maybe he needs to find out. Why would you discourage that? People talk about toxic masculinity all the time, and usually the people that are spearheading the conversation are women. I always say women can't solve that problem. Only men can. And in order to solve the problem, we got to identify exactly what the problem is. I'm telling you, from my point of view, one of the problems is that we don't know ourselves. And if you don't know yourself, you're not going to know what's going on with you. You're not going to listen to your body. You're going to wear that stress and wear it. I would say wear it well, but that would be a contradiction. So you got to self-talk, affirmation, self-talk, affirmation, therapy. There's a podcast I like. Let me grab my phone. There's a podcast I like. In fact, there's a podcast I love, and I'm pulling up the name of it now. It's called Express Yourself, Black Man. I actually reached out to you, bro. I really want you to come on the show at Express Yourself, Black Man on social media. At Express Yourself, Black Man is a podcast. I love this show. You may see me share their stuff a lot, man. I love this show. They posted several affirmations for black men, just things for black men to say in the mirror. And I love this, so I'm stealing it, and I'm going to use it for this show. I apologize, but it's at Express Yourself, Black Man. It's super dope, all right? So I'm going to read some of these, and they'll be up on the screen. I'm going to read some of these, man. I think this is just a good start for black men. First is, I've been through a lot, and I'm still here. I've been through a lot, and I'm still here. I deserve a life filled with joy and every blessing that comes my way. It's right there. That's real. The word joy and blessings, especially the word joy, needs to be in our vocabulary more. I used to work with a company called Black Men Smile. Shouts out to them. They still exist. They still around. I used to rock their stuff. And I've got to get some new stuff actually from them. And I used to have this shirt that just said joy on it. And people used to make fun of that shirt. I remember I'd washed it so much. It basically became like a workout shirt. So I was playing like flag football in it one day. And the dude was like, "What's up, Joy? What's up, Joy?" Being funny. Ha, ha, ha. Call me Joy. I get it. I smiled and scored a touchdown on his ass. You feel me? Let's get to the second one. I deserve to celebrate myself regardless of what I have or haven't accomplished. Just being alive with all that I've been through is an accomplishment in itself. Yo, women talk like this all the time. I always say black women are ahead of us when it comes to like the mental health war. And I mean that. Like I see women have like women conferences, and these women be looking good. They be shining. You see a black woman just walking down the street and just see someone just shining, just like you look at them, it's like a light around them. They call it black girl magic, right? It's stuff like this. They got it. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But this we can learn from. I'm telling you, man. Let's get to the third one, excuse me. There were so many days that I wanted to quit, but I didn't. I'm glad I never did, because that resiliency led to me growing from what I thought would bury me. A lot of us from wild environments, man. You know, we focus on the hood a lot, but some of us are from there. There's things I saw when I was young that no kid should see. Violence, drug addicts walking around like zombies, people picking on them, beating them up. And that's just people from that type of environment. You don't have to be from like the hood or the projects to experience trauma. But you made it through it. You're here. It's another day. Listen to the next one. I'm really him, and I don't say that enough. I'm really him. Here's all of the affirmations in one place. I'm really him, and I don't say that enough. That one right there is the one I had to really start doing, man. I'm him, bro. Man, confidence. When you feel good, you look good. When you feel good, you look good. That confidence got to pour out of your pores, man. It's got to seep out of you. I don't care if you're a single man out there and you're trying to date and impress, whatever you're trying to do. You shouldn't be trying to impress anybody, but you're trying to date, trying to attract people. I don't care if you're trying to attract a new job. I don't care if you're just trying to be present in your family and have a good presence in your own household. Whatever it is, you got to feel good so you look good, so you present well. You got to feel good so you can look good, so you can present well. So let me start to wrap this one up, man. You got to listen to your body. I don't want to see no more of my brothers. Man, I'm 41 years old. Most of my friends are between 35 and like 45. Okay, we young. That's so much. My sister will be turning 20. Hope I'm right about that. My dad is in his 60s. He had her in his 40s. I just had a kid in my 40s. Like that, it's plenty of time. My dad ain't no old man. He had a heart attack a couple years ago when we had to rally around him. And I'm so proud of him because he's been doing well for years now. He understands this. It's never too late for that. You got to listen to your body. Okay? Try to change your eating habits. Try to get some sleep. Okay? Those are the things you always hear from any health fitness guru or whatever. But I want to add, you got to purposely, actively fill your own cup. Recognize that you are a human being. You're a black man, but you are also a human being. You have feelings like any other human being. You have setbacks like any other human being. You wake up sad. You wake up mad. You wake up happy like any other human being. You're a good man. You're trying to put yourself last, but sometimes you got to put yourself first. That does not mean that you're lacking on your family at all. It means that you're taking some time out to make sure that you're good so they're good. You can't lead nothing if you can't take care of yourself. I'll say it again before I go. You can't lead nothing if you can't take care of yourself. And trust and believe you're wearing that stress. And we all see it. Take care of yourself, King. Yeah, I'm talking like that. Take care of yourself, King. You deserve it. All All right, so I'm looking at my phone and I see that it's getting late. It's 7:30. I gotta hurry up so I can get downstairs within the next half hour and watch Married at First Sight or Marriage at First Sight, whatever it's called, with my wife. That's our guilty pleasure. Yes, I watched that show, and I've been watching Love and Marriage DC. By the way, shouts out to Black, shouts out to Sharella. Those my folks right there. Shouts out to Quick. You know, that's my man too. Used to work with Quick. Also know his wife too. Shouts out to Ashley as well, man. It's dope watching that. I watch these silly things with my wife sometimes. And I used to feel like I was so much better than those shows and all that. I don't watch reality TV, man. But you know what? My wife like watching those shows, and I like spending time with my wife, man. I just did this whole speech basically, and I hope that rant I just went on made sense. I hope that you all could kind of piece together all of the stuff I said and get a message out of it. I really do. Because, you know, I talked about, like, you know, getting to bed early and go to bed on time, this, that, another. One thing, since I've been purposely going to bed, because your boy would stay up to like 2, 3 in the morning, man, working, watching TV, whatever. I'm a night owl. That's what it is. And I had to let go of that mentality. I've been going to bed early, man, and it feels good. And I'm blessed. I'm a married man, you know what I mean? But it feels good to go to bed and, like, lay down with my wife and watch something silly. It's silly to me, you know, and spend that time with her, man. In turn, and you know, it's a good trade-off. She's been watching like The Last of Us with me and watching Game of Thrones. But we always watch Game of Thrones. But, you know, watching certain stuff. The girl just watched the Wu-Tang series with me. I just watched like 3 episodes of the Wu-Tang show, and she watched them with me. Those things feel good. For my couples out there, you know, people always talking about, we gotta keep dating, and that's true. There's many times you're not gonna be able to go on no dates for 9 months. Most of the 9 months, you know, my wife wasn't up to going on no dates or nothing like that. We had to figure it out in the house. I just talked about that pandemic. Me and her, we had to figure it out in the house. There's little things that you can do to have good energy with your loved one, with your spouse. All right. So go watch some silly reality TV with your wife, fellas. Go do that. Why not? I'm about to go do it. I need to hurry up too, man. So let me go do that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for listening to last week's show. Thank you for sharing that reel and that TikTok and everything, man. I really mean it, man. That means a whole lot to me. And I appreciate people just being on this journey with me, man. We'll be back next week with something cool. But until then, remember to mind your mental health. That's really all I'm ever talking about on this show. Mind your mental health, y'all. Please do that. Mind your mental health. Mind your physical health. And ladies and gentlemen, please continue to be great. I'm up out of here. Peace.